This week on Nigaflix. Coming every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. The Good Old Boys.
Yeehaw!
Starring two racist white cops.
God damn it.
Who are mad that black men are dating their daughters and giving them that long stroke. Who does that sound? They're out and about, calling black men the N-word, trying to pull them over for no reason, and trying to gain reason to shoot them up. Gunshots, please!
Oh, fuck!
But don't worry, they're gonna get exposed by their own body cams, and then eventually, they will get fired. So much for being smart and white, huh?
You stupid.
Well, that's gonna be here on Nigaflix. White Cops Exposed on The Good Old Boys.
Yeehaw!
Every Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. Bring your cowboy boots, Birkenstock sandals, and trail mix, because you know white people love those things. February 32nd, coming to a hood near you. What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. And guys, I want to talk about this particular story today. Now, I usually don't do the racism thing. That's not really my cup of tea. But, you know, we got to be honest. This is where we are sometimes in America. A lot of black people feel that racism is not as much of a problem as it was. I would agree to that. But you do have people that have prejudices towards black people, in particular, African American men, right? And I think a lot of times in black YouTube, we focus so much on, you know, black women and black men's relationships and interracial dating, and we forget that we have people who just don't like us for the fact that we are black. It doesn't matter if you're United States, United Kingdom, and sometimes we need to be aware of that. In situations like this, prove the point that racism still exists, right? And let me tell you this, right? You have these Georgia police chiefs and a deputy assistant, and they're having a conversation, all right? And the chief is Gene Almond. Now, stop the show. He sounds like he just has no black friends. He would not eat fried chicken to save his life, would he? I mean, can I get a oh my God sound effect?
Oh my God!
Now, his good old boy, John Brooks, was also terminated, okay? And they were having a discussion, a conversation, in which they were discussing some things about, you know, like a victim and something like that that's happening. And what we're gonna play that right now, and then we'll come back to it, and I'll give my response.
Nobody showed up.
Hell yeah.
Well, let me tell you, I've seen two videos, and I heard, you know who Dan Bongino is? He's on Fox News all the time. He used to be Secret Service. Yeah. He said, you know, what they're saying now is, well, he didn't have to shoot him. It's just a taser. Then how come when you tase a f***ing nigger, it's like you done killed him 27 times? The guy's running, he's got the taser in his hand, and you see him, and he turns, and you see him fire the taser at the officer.
Okay, what would he have done if it had hit the officer? Go over there and get his gun and kill him?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or what if one of them projectiles would have struck him in the eye? Yeah. The act of him firing that taser at an officer is an aggravated assault because he has not been trained in the proper use. An officer, if I go to tase somebody, I know to shoot low. I know what to do. He doesn't know.
That's right. That's exactly right. That's what I
And that mayor up there, she's already fired the officer. And without a hearing. And she's pushing real hard. They say she's now the front runner to be Joe Biden's vice presidential candidate.
You kidding?
Because if I had a fucking mayor, I'd rather the mayor than Stacey Abrams.
Yes, sir.
911 Hamilton.
Now, you heard what they had to say Now, I will say what was, for me, funny. He said at some point he'd rather sleep with the mayor than Stacey Abrams, which, Stacey Abrams. But you know, that was sort of funny to me, even though it was bad. I mean, I laughed a little bit. But regardless, we can see that with these particular guys, there's definitely some sort of prejudice towards black men. All right? That means that if you are stopped by one of these police officers, doesn't mean that they're going to kill you, doesn't mean that they're going to shoot you. And obviously it's a case by case basis, but at the end of the day, these are people who don't like our people. All right? And many times we are moving around in America as if things are equal playing, like there's an equal playing field. And a lot of people with their racism, if it's not for stuff like this, you don't know. There's a lot of people out there that will, you know, talk about how racism is bad, and then when they get in the, you know, the comfort of their own homes, they're singing a different tune. And to me, this is not, I'm not shocked by this. This is to be expected. But I want black men to really understand that this is why you need to help and support each other more. Okay? And the reason why you want to do that is because there are people who are out there that are against you that you just can't tell. Right? You know, we spend a lot of time hating on one another, but at the same time, we never understand that there are people who just have prejudices against us that we just don't know. And it could be that, you know, this is a person that's your hiring manager, you're qualified for a job, and the person comes and says, well, you know what? Yeah, you know, we're qualified, but, you know, we'll call you back. And it could be for the fact that, you know, you're an African-American male that you just don't get the job. All right? And this is the reason why I try to teach people on our platforms is that a lot of black men are going to have to start to open up their doors for their own stuff. And this is why I'm so serious about the Black Manosphere community. This is why I stay over here in this community, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. I know that YouTube owns it, but for this content market where black men could not get in the white Manosphere spaces, right? This is the reason why the Black Manosphere started. Because, you know, over in those spaces, we just weren't able to address our issues and get ourselves across. And if you don't open up your own economies, if you don't work with black men to open up your own businesses, if you don't do that with your own collective group of men, then you're going to continue to have these issues. All right. There are people who are going to, you know, they may not never say it until you catch them saying things like this, but they're not going to give you a fair shake because, again, you're not their people. All right. And I think that black men need to take this seriously and not get so caught up on, well, you know what? I have good credit. You know what? I have a great education. You know what? You know, everything is just equal. Now I can sit back and rest. And really, this shows that we have a lot of work to do with working with our own people. As much as we say that we want white people to give us something as far as reparations, and I know that's a controversial argument, we need to be trying to give ourselves a chance, pulling our people up, pulling our men up, right? Working with our own people, because these are some of the things out there that you just can't see. All right, a lot of people of other races show you what they want you to see, but they won't really tell you how they feel until you find out and it's too late. But there's so many people out there who feel like this that you never know. They tell their daughters not to mess with you. They tell their friends to do business with you. You know, so guys, we need to really understand, you know, that as brothers that we are going to have to really start working together and that we're going to really have to start doing things in our own favor. Because again, there are many people like this out there that we just don't know about. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. Check out the first comment pinned to the top. I really thank you for your support. Check out the Patreon. Check out the Black Men Are Perfect t-shirts. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.